When you go to mypatriotsupply.com/Alex, you'll find this great company's specials, non-GMO, super high quality, storable for up to 25 years, delicious and easy to prepare. mypatriotsupply.com/Alex. Now, folks, everybody knows my view about 9/11 and the research there. Criminal elements in the government basically stood down and allowed to transpire what transpired. Then the media picked it up and said Alex Jones said Bush had a blast plunger doing the bombing. No, that's not what I said. What I said is what you're seeing right now. Our government is funding the radical Muslim Brotherhood that's al-Qaeda-like to attack military bases in Egypt. They turned northern Africa from Tunisia right over to Libya over to al-Qaeda. That's 10, 20 times worse than what was there. They are trying to arm them and supply them to attack Syria. They just gave Fallujah to al-Qaeda. They're in central western Iraq. And so they're giving them heavy weapons. They're giving them surface-to-air missiles. And under Obama, as Jerome Corsi and others broke on this show months ago, it's now come out in the news in Egypt, that indeed the courts have gotten the documents. The Muslim Brotherhood is fencing money through his cousin and others in Kenya from the Muslim Brotherhood to the Democratic Party. So people can talk all day about foreign funds to our government. I don't like foreign entanglements, outside influence. But I know what they call Islamophobe. But my issue is radical Islam I am a phobe of. And it's true that Obama is literally trying to turn the Middle East over to the most radical people ever. And our government's dabbled and manipulated these people since the days of Jimmy Carter with the Taliban and al-Qaeda and all those operations. But now it's so naked that in the past, you know, I love Larry and the work he does. Larry Klayman, the top whistleblower lawyer we've got here, who's just beat the NSA in court, thank God. But then they had other court rulings to try to counter him in other lapdog courts. But, you know, there is that whole area of this going on. What do you think the grand strategy is? I think it's more of the socialist left, who really does hate America, is using radicalism as a fifth column all over Europe, you name it. Because I have seen, look at Michael Savage, banned from England, from mildly criticizing radical Islam. I mean, it really is one of those taboos now that you cannot criticize. So I'm somebody that believes in the First Amendment. I mean, Obama says you're a racist if you criticize him. Well, I don't care less what color Obama was. If he was a Ron Paul libertarian type, I'd love him. I don't care if he had blue skin. What do you think's going on here?
Well, I think there's that aspect of it. Yeah, the left does feel a kinship. I mean, look, even out in Hollywood, I'm a Jewish Christian, Alex. I was born Jewish. I became a Christian. I'm both, in effect. And I look at my Jewish brothers, so to speak, in Hollywood, and they would rather support the Palestinians than Israel. I mean, it's unbelievable. And so you have an element of the left, which, you know, is atheist, which, you know, really does not have any Judeo-Christian roots or heritage or anything like that. But layer on top of that Obama, who in his heart is a Muslim. You know, I'm not saying all Muslims are bad, but he is a Muslim who believes in Muslim worldwide revolution.
Well, listen, if he's honest about that, that's fine. But remember when he gave that speech in Cairo and he said in perfect Arabic and they were shocked that I am a Muslim, I mean, people don't know that. The point that the president said he is a Muslim in Egypt, that's a big deal. That was like 5 years ago. Right. No one talks about that.
Well, and, you know, not only that, he didn't like the fact that people were calling him Barack Hussein Obama during the 2008 campaign. He introduced himself at the University of Cairo as Hussein Obama. Then, National Day of Prayer celebration in the White House, a year and a half later, he cancels that. He feasts Ramadan, which is the Muslim big holiday. He uses the occasion to endorse the Ground Zero Mosque in New York. He wears a ring, as reported by WorldNet Daily, and they took pictures of it and had it translated. It says, "My only God is Allah." You know, people criticized me when I was in front of the World War II Memorial a couple months ago, and I said he bows down to Allah. I stand by it. He bows down to Allah.
Well, he did go to a Muslim school whenever he was there in Indonesia. That's on record. We have the school records. He doesn't deny it. And his name was Barry Soetoro. So, you know, I think he's just a complete front, and he's to all groups, whatever they are. You know, it's like when Hillary went to Kentucky and she went, "How y'all doing down there? I'm going there." I mean, I think that's what's going on.
Well, he is. He is, we put it, WorldNet Daily, the Manchurian candidate, the first Muslim president, and I don't condemn all Muslims. People shouldn't take it that way, but he's favoring those interests over American interests and over Judeo-Christian ethics in this country, and it's quite obvious. And I just think we have to start saying it like it is. You do. That's why I love you, Alex. I mean,
well, Larry, I'm going to be honest with you before we go to calls here in this segment and the next, and I appreciate you joining us. They've got a lot of NSA questions. Everybody knows that I've been neutral and stayed out of the whole Israel-Palestinian deal because I know it's all tribal and it goes on and on. But I've never been bullied more in my life over the last 15 years, 18 on air, but the last 15, to demonize Israel and call for its annihilation. I've never been death threatened more. I've never had more lies made up. I've never been persecuted more by the anti-Israel crowd. It is literally a religion to hate Israel and Jews when Jews are incredibly diverse people. Some of my best friends are Jews. And so they've almost bullied me, Larry, over to the other side by attacking me because I was neutral.
Well, and what is Israel? Israel is the home of Jewish and Christian people. The greatest Jew that ever was Jesus Christ. I mean, it belongs to both of us, and it's our foundation. And if it ceases to exist, I don't think we'll last much longer either. So our futures are tied. But quite apart from that, as we were saying with the rules of engagement, is that this president does everything he can to harm American interests and to harm Judeo-Christian interests, and favor Muslim interests. And I stand by what I said.
Well, it's just incredible that it is such a fancy, popular thing to not even... They use Israel as an excuse to demonize Jews, period, when Jews are such a diverse group of people like any other group. I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of race politics that Obama invokes, saying you're racist if you don't agree with Obamacare, or you're racist if you don't like me. He said that to the New Yorker this week. And you know what? I am... Larry, I'm very angry about being called a racist by MSNBC with no proof. They called me deeply racist. Not that they called me racist, but that they're such liars.
Well, thank God for Alan West, who came out this week, too, said Obama's racist against whites. Let's start pushing back, Alex. He is.
No, I agree. I agree. You know what? He is a racist.
He is a racist. And that's the problem. And that's what's dividing this country. And that's why we're in a very volatile situation. We need a president and leadership that's going to bring people together, not divide them.
Exactly. I want to, like Martin Luther...
to recognize what our roots were, what our founding roots were. That doesn't mean people don't get to worship freely in this country. It doesn't mean you should be persecuted on the basis of your beliefs. But yes, the foundation of our legal system is the Hebraic legal system.
Well, Christians are being persecuted all over the place in this country. What about them being protected? You know, why does the left persecute Christians but then claim that they're open? Why does Cuomo say we don't accept pro-lifers and gun owners in New York? That's not who we are. That's the ultimate form of not being conclusive. That's the ultimate form of being prejudiced. It's the ultimate form of being discriminatory.
Absolutely. No, it is a war, and we have to call it what it is. It's legally speaking, I don't mean this in a violent way, it's us or them. There's no middle ground. And to pretend that there is, with these, radical, ultra-leftist, communists, atheists, and you and Alex, after this interview, we should call up Right Wing Watch and see what they say about us.
I love how all these White House-run groups claim they have the moral authority and they list who's bad, who's not.
Yeah, there's Soros-funded groups. You know who Soros was? He and his dad were Jewish. They are Jewish. They sold out Jews in World War II to Adolf Hitler.
I know. And if you criticize that, you're anti-Semitic. By the way, he's hired a Soros-known front guy to run his whole whitewash of the IRS targeting the Tea Party. Stay there. Call's coming up. The facts are in. The studies are legion. Sodium fluoride and other members of the fluorine family that are added to Western water supplies are devastating the health and cognitive ability of the people that drink it. So the question is, why are the social engineers adding it to the water? Simple. Dumb down the host population that the parasitic technocracy is feeding on. We developed Fluoride Shield to be the highest quality, highest standards because I use it every day and my family uses it every single day. Let's take a closer look at the ingredients that make up this special proprietary formula. Tamarind has been celebrated for its ability to immobilize toxic fluoride residues, while zeolites have a long history of attracting and holding toxic compounds. Enter fulvic acid, an excellent cleansing agent. Then we added the highest quality shilajit, a rare compound that is collected from the high mountains of the Himalayas. We topped it all off with the powerhouse herb cilantro that is intended to mobilize fluoride and other dangerous compounds for removal from the body. And the final touch to energize this formula is our proprietary nascent iodine. And as always, consult your physician as well, because that is important. And finally, Fluoride Shield, Survival Shield, and all the products at InfoWarsLife.com grew out of my quest to try to find the very best compounds from God's cornucopia to protect myself and my family. And from our research, I believe we are bringing you the best, highest quality products. And you have that commitment from Alex Jones and the entire InfoWars crew.